Alrighty, we're back. We're finally here. Jesus, that took forever. I'm sorry about that. You already know how it is. I start randomly wanting to stream, and everything just suddenly goes tits up for me. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing well. This was kind of an impromptu stream. I wanted to actually stream on Saturday after the pre-release event I did, which we'll talk about later. And something about after the pre-release, I guess I'm not very much a social butterfly. And also, if you're wondering why the mic is kind of floating, that's just in the video broadcast is auto green screen, which I had to do a little bit of tinkering. So hopefully you guys will be able to hear me a lot better, much more in a presentable way. But yeah, I had to do a couple tinkering on OBS to get everything up and running because of course, shit happens. I had to relog into my Google account. I couldn't match the broadcast. It was a bunch of other stuff, and I still gotta fix my docs because my docs just got resetted. But that's like the least of our worries. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing today? You already know it is. I like opening packs on stream. So I figured, you know what? I had this bundle box from Tarkir. I have a pre-release to talk about. Let's talk about my pre-release experience. Now, if you're wondering why the mic is kind of fading in and out, that's just the way it's going to have to be. Who knows if I'll be able to keep a green screen for the long run. Maybe I'll invest into natural. Well, actually, no. I do have the Elgato green screen under my desk that I used for a short time, but I hated setting that thing up over and over again. Maybe one day I'll set up my room to be more presentable. Also, I'm not going to do the whole like top head camera thing. The webcam already has a hard enough time picking up details as is. I'd rather just start pulling the cards here. Just got home from work. Mic sounds clear. Hey Cap, how you doing today, man? Thank you for tuning in, man. How was work? Work was good. Hopefully nothing bad happened at work, man. Because I'll tell you one thing though, it's one thing I'm doing different this year in 2025. I'm gonna stop giving a shit a lot more because don't put stress into it. I made a joke with my coworkers where I'll be like, if they come in like in a bad mood, like fuck this shit's bothering. I mean, bro, I just tell them like, oh, what? I caught you caring. You're not supposed to care. You're not supposed to care. You do your job, you do your thing, you get the fuck out. That's it. Don't give a minute to an employer than you need to. Jesus, it looks like I have like a floating ball right on top of me. I don't think this green screen works from an angle, or it could be the lighting I'm using. But thank you for telling me the mic sounds good, so I don't have to cringe later in the VOD realizing my fucking audio source was my shitty webcam. Well, it's a C920. It's like a standard webcam for streaming. But yeah, we're gonna be opening up some Tarkir, and we're gonna talk about my pre-release, which I'm not here to toot my own horn. Did great at my pre-release. Like, this was like my pre-release experience is either I do fucking dog shit or I do like phenomenally well. That's always been like my two extremes when it comes to pre-release experiences. Also, if you're wondering why I'm looking this way, it's because I'm looking at my OBS window. I should be looking this way, so I'm looking more at the camera. Turn the music so it's not as loud. Yeah, I tried experimenting with the video broadcast again just to see if like, oh, will that like help me sound better? And it just felt weird. Like, just I get the logic, but it's like it felt weird. I don't know. I'm getting off topic right now. But if you guys are wondering, yes, I went to the Tarkir pre-release. Now, before I get into that, I want to express my interest in Tarkir, which was barely non-existent. If you guys follow me on Twitter or follow me on Discord, links in the description, you will know that I am more excited for the Final Fantasy set. And I don't want to burn any bridges, but I'll just say this right now: a certain Brazilian players got access to the cards a little early, so I'm kind of tempted to spoil myself, but I'm gonna act indifferent towards it. But to say that I am interested in the Tarkir set, unfortunately, was not for me. Dragons are cool, don't get me wrong, but June is already a super stacked month for me, that if I'm willing to skip a Magic set to just only focus on Final Fantasy and a bunch of other shit I gotta worry about, which is not even talking about the fucking Switch too, which we'll get to that if we have the time to talk about. But hold on, let me save my FPS a little bit, turning off the preview. So yeah, Tarkir was a set. I know that like Tarkir was like the first in, well, technically the second in universe set, because there was Aether Drift, which was another set that I was like, I'm kind of interested. You know, I'm not like what's the word I want to use? A Scrooge, or not a Scrooge. What's the word I'm looking for? Where it's like you don't want to have fun. whatever. Basically, I just was a little bit indifferent towards it. When people complain about like a magic set being goofy or not being in lore and stuff, it doesn't really affect me, or it doesn't really appeal to me, that discussion, because it has nothing to do with me, right? I'm into magic because I got into a Universe Beyond set. I don't mind getting into more goofier sets. That's just my take. But anyways, so Tarkir was the first magic set for 2025. No, not 2025. The second magic set for 2025. And I was not really interested in it. Don't get me wrong, dragons are cool. I like dragons. Dragons are dope as shit. But like I said, June is super stacked with me, and I know I'm gonna go fucking stupid on that Final Fantasy set. So the way I looked at it was like, okay, I'm gonna skip the I'm gonna skip the set, focus all on Magic because I'm more interested in Magic. And then I went out of my way to go to the Tarkir pre-release because I thought, you know what? It's on a Friday. I got my weekends back. Let's go do the pre-release. And then it starts the whole Aether Drift problem with me, right? Where it's like, okay, I'm only gonna go for the pre-release, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna get the pre-release and nothing else. But then I'm sitting there like, well, shit. Now I gotta buy a bundle box. So yeah, I went to the pre-release, and I did, like I said, this wasn't a set that I was interested in. I wasn't like invested in it. I didn't have any personal attachment to it, like a set before. I'm just gonna take off these headphones so I can hear myself talk. By the way, if you're wondering, yes, I did get new headphones. These are like the Logitech Pro GEXs or something. They sound pretty good. They're a lot more comfortable. I recommend anybody, if you're ever buying like a headset, do yourself a favor, invest in third party like ear cushions, because I can never go back to stock ear cushions. That shit hurts my head. And I went back with these, and it took me a while to get used to because they're technically more advanced. Oh shit! I just realized I'm really close to closing OBS. Holy fuck, that's scary. I almost closed OBS on me. I was putting down the headset. Okay, I'll just put it right here. Holy shit! I almost closed OBS. God damn, that would have been a shit show. We're still live, right? Yeah, we're still live. We're still live. Don't worry, chat. False alarm. False alarm. We're good. We're good. It was me just putting my mic down, and my headset down, and that happened. But anyways, I really wish I could move the chat window to the left. So hold on a second. So let me just put it like this so I can read the chat a lot better. Anyways, so like I said, Magic set, Tarkir was a set that I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the pre-release, and then when I get there, I'm like, okay, I'm only gonna get a pre-release kit. Whatever cards I pull is whatever cards I pulled. After all, after the Aether Drift set, I pulled the Chandra Planeswalker that I like. I was like, okay, this is a card I like from the set. I'm probably not gonna use it, but I dig it, right? I pulled it, and then I was like, well, shit, if I already bought the pre-release, I might as well buy the bundle. So I went to I was gonna go and do like basic research for a pre-release guide for this set, but work was too busy, so I didn't have time to like watch it during lunch break or anything like that. Normally what I do is I'll put like a video on the side while I'm at work to kind of like keep myself busy and keep myself distracted. And I didn't do that, unfortunately, because I was super busy, and because of that I went into the set completely blind. So I go to my spot, tell them like, okay, I'm gonna go and signed up. I already signed up. I already put the money down online. I already got the spot. Apparently, the pre-release sold out like a while ago. So a lot of people were coming up saying like, hey, do we have any spots for pre-release? And they said we didn't have any. Okay, cool. So I'm sitting down. I'm waiting for my table to get called. And I noticed that when the guy was wheeling out the carts of the pre-releases, I noticed that they had a bunch of different colors. Now, I knew ahead of time that the pre-release boxes were different, but I didn't know is that the cards inside were different, because Talarian did a video describing a pre-release guide specifically for that. And I didn't think much of it. I was like, okay, maybe it's just like, hey, if this is your first pre-release for a Magic set, this will be this will be a good way to get into it, like, so you know what you're getting into, right? So I was apparently the last name called. My initial deck that I wanted to go for was Mardu, because I run a Caesar deck, which has been slowly been my favorite Magic Commander deck I've been playing. Like, a simple $30 upgrade has made me fall in love with this deck so goddamn much. Horn Orlando is a fucking beast, but I'm not here to glaze on Caesar. But instead, when I got my name called, they only had one box left, and it was this one. Was this one. I unfortunately threw away the box, but essentially this is a black, blue, and green pre-release kit. So from my understanding, the booster packs were specifically for those colors because that's what I don't know how that's done. I don't know if Wizards of the Coast, when they're printing the cards, they were told specify more green, black, and blue. But obviously, I pulled more green and black, blue cards. And normally, in my experience, I have a really shitty luck with pre-releases with green colors. I did it for Aether Drift. I think I did it for Duskmorn, but blue's always been a safe color for me. But I never run triple color before. Always blue at most, right? Maybe a splash of something, right? But thankfully, the green cards, and you'll see what card I'm talking about, they do a lot of mana fixing. And a lot of the lands I pulled were literally for those three colors. It's a pre-release. I doubt it's standard legal, but you are able to tap for green, black, and blue. And I didn't think I was gonna like really do that well. Like I said, I didn't research it, I didn't do anything of it. But if it's anything like the Foundation's pre-release, which spoiler alert, it was, I do better at a pre-release when I go in 100% blind. When I don't research the cards, if I don't read up on the cards, if I don't do this and that, maybe learn a mechanic or there, but I don't think there really was. No, wait, no, Immobilize, that was a new mechanic introduced to this set, but I don't think that was even one of the cards that even have it. So maybe I'll look into that if it's like something for my Caesar deck, but we'll wait and see. So spoil it up a little bit. I won all my games. I normally in a pre-release it would go for 4 rounds. I guess because we started late, they didn't have the time, so they only made it 3. And I won every single game. Now, granted, some games were close, but I was surprised like how well I was doing. And my only advice for those that are like legitimately want to do good at a pre-release, focus on creatures that evade combat as much as possible. I barely touch sorceries. I focus all on instants. Get flying as much as possible, get death touch as much as possible, get menace as much as possible. People are super anxious. They don't know what cards are going to pull. Focus on creatures, focus on that. And bro, I was running like a 44 card deck and I still fucking decimated. I did great. I was having the most fun I had in a pre-release since the Foundation pre-release. The Aether Drift one, I didn't stay as long because I still worked the weekends at that time. And by that point, I was already getting 2 in the morning. I was like, listen, man, I got to wake up in 6 hours. I really do not want to. I really do not want to stay that long. So I won. According to what the TO told me, I was in 3rd place. I guess because due to the timing restrictions and due to I guess I lost a round, even though I won all my games. They said like, oh well, you got 3rd place. Who gives a shit? Top 8, which I never got top 8 before. Said that, all right, you get extra booster packs. So here's what we're going to do first. First, we're going to open up this pre-release box. I'm going to show you what I pulled. Now, like I said, I normally would put the camera down, pointing down this way, but I really don't want to do that anymore. The webcam is already not the best of quality. But to prove my point, so this is the dice I got. Not going to lie, this is some lame-ass color. I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's pretty basic. I mean, does this thing even have like the set logo? It does have the set logo. This is essentially what I got for my troubles. I don't know if I put the promo card again because they gave it away like during round 2 for some reason. Normally they would either give it to you, not the promo that comes in the pre-release, like the promo for just showing up to the event. Which let me see. I think I put it here. Yeah, I did. So, spoiler alert, here's the promo card. I'll go ahead and just what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tell you about it, and I'll just flip the camera card over, and you'll see what it is. But I'll go ahead and show it to you. It is Orc Revenant. Let me know how that looks like on the camera. Let me pull up my OBS. Okay, so you can kind of see it. So I'll just show you guys like the rares I pull and stuff, the stuff you really care about. Commons and uncommons, maybe if I pull a card that I really want. But I'm still gonna fix my keyboard so I have the space to put the cards away. Oh, and going back to my point about like how they handle the pre-release. This is only my only gripe I have with the place. I like the place where I play Magic now. I really do. It's a lot more spacious. It's not as cramped compared to the other place I played with. Nothing against the other place I play with. I'm not trying to burn any bridges. But I really like the place I work at. I play Magic, and you probably know where I'm talking about if you're in the area. But I like the place a lot more. It's a lot more spacious, a lot more space. You have a lot of different stuff, so not everybody there is just there to play Magic. But camera better. So yeah, I went to that place to play Magic, and I like it. It's my go-to place to play Magic with the boys. Honestly, it's like the best thing to have to look forward to in the weekends. I always tell this to people, especially my coworkers, like on the week, you need to have something to look forward to in the weekends to get through the work week. Because holy shit, if you're just like doing the same thing over and over again, it drives me crazy. Magic Friday Night Magic is literally such a good fun thing for me to do. But anyways, yes. So here's the pre-release kit. Just to show you my point, this, if you saw my Discord, you would see that, or I think I posted it on Twitter. I won 5 booster packs. I got 3rd place, but top 8 apparently won some extra booster packs. I think what we'll do is we'll leave this for later because we still have to open up our bundle box. Like I said, I wasn't planning on investing into this set at all. But it's one of those things where it's like, well, if I bought the pre-release, so I might as well do it. And honestly, with how much fun I had with this particular deck, like I was decimating with this fucking deck, bro. Like I think I might buy one of the precons if it looks as good as I think it is. But thankfully, one of my friends bought it, so I think I'll just borrow his deck and play that. So, anyways, let's go ahead and look at the cards we pulled. So I'm gonna focus mostly on the rares because I think that's what you guys mostly give a shit about. But like I said, I'm not gonna be flipping the camera all the time because it's gonna take forever. We got a Toon Hunter. Trawlers, this was a good synergy right here. Like Hunter to Trawlers was such a good combo. Basically is that you when a card leaves my graveyard by Hunter's ability, I will get a +1/+1 counter on this creature. But Trawlers, essentially what it does is that I exile a creature to bring a sorcery or instant back to my hand, which you'll probably figure out what it was. And as far as like mana fixing goes, yo, Sultali Devotee, this shit was great. A 2/1 Death Touch with literally just pay 1 to add any color I need for this deck is wild. Like it is like the ultimate color correction creature. The fact that it's a 2/1 with Death Touch, like you have a creature that could block and it doesn't need to tap. It could stay on the field as a defender and still do Death Touch on one of your opponent's strongest creatures. That's wild to me. I really like the omens. I really do. Now, granted, technically on a technical scale, I understand the omens are weaker because they don't go to the graveyard, so you can't search for them. But honestly, I like the fact that there's such a low cost that I'm willing to sacrifice like a bigger creature for a good effect to help me out with it. We got Sangoon Wilding, Agent of Kotosis. Like here's a good card I always pull from my graveyard whenever I get hand. Alesha's Legacy. Great card. Target creature you control gains Death Touch and Indestructible until end of turn. Great card for attacking. Great card for defending. Thornwood Falls. Like this is what I'm talking about. Like I had like three cards that did this. Like just enters tapped, but you get all 3 colors if you get it on the field. So I'll just put that on my lands. I'll just put this in here. So hold on. This black card goes right here. Oh, and this was my promo from the pre-release. So I got Tygam's Monster Opportunist. This was my promo card pull, and it's cool. It has flurry. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy it, then exile the spell you cast with 4 time counters on it. Basically, I could cast it later, from my understanding. Focus of the Mind. I really like this card a lot because there's a card in the pre-release deck I had that says this spell costs 2 less to cast if you casted another spell this turn. There's a creature I have in this field that's a 1/4 that makes literally lesses the cost even further. So I was like able to play this for like one blue. Heritage Reclamation. Love this card. I had a dude who spent all his mana to get a fucking artifact dragon out in the field. Be like, okay, fella, I'm gonna go ahead and target an artifact, and I'm destroying your fucking dragon. Bozo. Piercing Exhale. I like this card a lot because I like cards that says you may. Thank God, because if it's like because it says as additional cost to cast a spell, you may behold a dragon. You may choose a dragon you control or reveal a dragon card from your hand. Basically, if I revealed the dragon, I would have been able to survey 2, but I deal damage to my opponent. And I like that. I like that I don't have a fucking dragon in this goddamn well, no, I tell a lie. Wait, I tell a lie. I do have a dragon, but that shit's so goddamn expensive. It's like, and I'm not gonna have it in the fucking hand. I'm gonna use it as a goddamn sorcery. So this was fun. I had like 3 copies of Blowflies on the field, and it turns out that I would have won like 2 turns ago because I forgot the second effect is that whenever this creature attacks, when you have a creature with a counter on it, any counter on it, it does 1 damage. So why the fuck didn't I didn't notice that until I already won the game. And the guy right next to me said, bro, you would have won like 2 turns ago. Why'd you fucking forgot to trigger that? Oh, this was my goat right here. Hunter, like I'm telling you, I love the hunters in the set. It's all Mongolian. It's giving me Ghost of Tsushima vibes. The spell can't be countered, so that's tight. Trample. Whenever a creature you control or creature you control or creature you control becomes a target of spell or ability, draw a card. So, unfortunately, it is my opponent that has to target it, but I do get a card draw out of it. So that's pretty dope. This was I think my only mythic pull I pulled from the packs I got. Really good card, Rock Curse Rakasha. One black, trampled decay, and has renew. So it can't block. But what I did is I gave it flying, so I can swing no matter what, and I can renew it. So I get to put a decay counter on a creature my opponent is using that is trying to get some mileage out of. Another Bloat Flies, another Devotee, Champion of Dusan, Abanez Devotee, Trade Route Envoy. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This card comes with a counter on it. If I don't have a counter on my creatures, so if I play it, I put a +1/+1 counter, becomes a 5/4, and I get to draw a card. So that's pretty dope. I really like the lands for this set. I really do. I really like the no eye lands. Unfortunately, that's what I was praying for. I was hoping to get one of those really cool like dragon eye lands. I really like those a lot. They didn't have them, so that's a shame, really. Let me see here. Make sure we're good. Yeah, we're still live. Okay, just double checking. Can't risk it. Oh man, OBS does not like my primary monitor. Just OBS just doesn't like 1080p monitors lately. It's like they refuse to stay on this monitor. Anyways, where was I? And it keeps going back there for some reason. That's what I was trying to do. Put that here, put that there. Okay. Heritage. Oh wait, I just realized I have a foil and a non-foil heritage reclamation. Oh, here's the card I was talking about. So we got High Spire Bellringer flying. The second spell you cast each turn costs 1 less to cast. With my Focus of Mind, I literally have this card on the field, go to my instant, play Focus of Mind, or play another card, and then just even lower it, even get even lower. It's a great combo. Plus, like I said, prioritize flying and menace or anything that just makes people not want to touch your creatures, and you'll be fine. The only problem is though that's all I banked on. I had nothing else to respond to that in Aether Drift, and that's why I got completely screwed over. Like I said, another Palace, the same thing. Tap for any of the 3 colors. Oh, this is another instant I love. I tell you, man, I do well with instants. I don't fuck with that sorcery shit half the goddamn time. Chakran's Resolve. Choose 1. Target creature gets +2/+2 until the end of the turn, or destroy target creature with flying. Obviously, in this dragon set, if people are playing dragons, you just shit to destroy dragons. If I think I won a game with this, literally just by playing this when I was doing the damage step, and I was like, oh, how much health do you got left? I got 4. Play. All right, I win. Another Bloat Flies. Oops, let me flash my screen for a split second. What the fuck? Oh, we're good. Okay. That was weird. Like here is a good example. Diger Island Dragon. Like I said, really like the Omen mechanic here. Tap 1 target creature you control. Literally, I had a guy whose whole shtick was he was gonna play an Ox that had like 0/4, but immobilized for 2, I believe. And I was like, well, I don't want you to swing with this creature again, so I'm gonna tap it so it doesn't do anything, and I could go for the swing. And flying with ward. Okay, so it's a 6 cost, but I really like the Omen. I think the Omen's worth it in my opinion. Windspan Stride. I think I only enchanted 1 creature with this, and it was my Raksha. Like, literally just gives creature flying, and gets a +1/+1. So for 1 cost, you enchant a creature with flying and a +1/+1. And the best part is, no, you can always pay the cost to put it back in your hand. So if someone kills your creature with flying, just put it back in your hand. Tomb Guard. That's what I tell people, like, run Menace, run Death Touch, run stuff like that. Another Palace, Devotee. I almost played this card in my deck. I think it might have been in my... No, I didn't. No, I think we already played all the... I think all the cards I just showed on the field right now, those were the cards I had in my deck. So I think like only 1 sorcery. I almost put this card in my deck, but then I realized even though I did have Dragonstorm Globe and Boulder Born Dragon, I didn't put it in my deck because I didn't want to. So yeah, hold on, I just realized I'm putting green cards there. But yeah, let's talk about the multicolor cards I got right here. So now we're going into multicolor. So we did get Narset. We did pull a Narset. I'm not sure if I would use her as a commander, but I have to like really sit through and decided that's what I want to do with. Thank God now that I don't have to worry about the camera, I could like move this thing around. So I'm gonna just put it up here. Host of Era After. Songcrafter Mage gives basically Harmonize. Maybe I will use Frontline Rush for a 2 cost white red, so that'd be good for my Kaisar deck. I get to create 2 1/1 red goblin creature tokens. And if you guys are wondering, yes, I do have my cards here. I'm not pulling them out of my deck. It's cards I did have from the set. I get to create 2 1/1 red goblin creature tokens. Target creature gets ++++, where X is the number of creatures you control. Oh fuck, I might actually want this. This is goddamn good. Well, I don't know, because my strategy with Caesar is that like I like to give my tokens at most like +1/+1, and or if they're 1/1s, just give them a creaty so they could skulk and they could just like avoid the damage, but do double strike. So I don't know. One Crag Siege. Yeah, I think this card will be good for my Caesar deck. Gurmag Nightwatch. There. Lying Wait. Return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Lying Wait deals damage equal to that card's power to target creature. Damn, that's really good. It's a sorcery speed, but if you put a big card on the graveyard, that's a damn good effect. So yeah, that's really good. It has Fang Keeper's Familiar. When this creature enters, choose 1, gain 3 life and surveil 3, destroy target enchantment, and counter target creature spell. Oh, I know this card. I saw Papa Meat pull this card. Yeah, it's a flash counter spell on a body for a 3/3. Nice. Okay, that's kind of cool. I really like creatures like that. Embermouth Sentinel. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, like Boulder Dragon. I almost put this in my deck. Glad I didn't. This dude went out of his way to fucking put this card on the field. Response: destroy target artifact. It just didn't have a chance. It did not have a chance. Okay, I think it's something to do with my notepad and my web route. It just doesn't like it when I have that up. So I'm gonna do that because it gets me distracted. Yeah, so a Boulder-born Dragon. So I'll put that here. Disgaea Monument. When this artifact enters, search your library for a basic land, mountain, or plains card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. For colorless, blue, red, and white, tap. Sacrifices however create 2 white bird creature tokens with flying. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay, I guess it's like a land, and you could put it as an artifact. Yeah, so here's another one. Dragonstorm Globe. Spoiler alert, chat. If there is a card I was actually pulling for I was going for the set was the Mox. Apparently it's not going for a lot, and some people are debating if it even is going to be good. Because the argument I hear all the time is like, well, dragons are too expensive to put on the field, right? I mean, that's what people told me, but it's fucking Mox. I want to pull a goddamn Mox. But yeah, Dragonstorm Globe. I guess will be like a standard for dragon decks. Each dragon control enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it, and I get to tap for any color of mana. So that's kind of dupe. Watch Your Wayside. Mardu Monument. Narset's Rebuke, Channel Dragonfire, Narset's Rebuke, Summon Intimidator, what am I saying? Shocked Brigade, Storm Shriek Feral. What color am I missing? I'm missing to put white, that's what I'm missing. Fire and Foam. When this artifact enters, enchant creature gets first strike until end of turn. Enchant creature gets +2/+0. Breaching the Dragonstorm. Also, these are commons and uncommons, so I'm not no real thing. We could just kind of speed this up a little because I got like a lot of packs to open and it's already 10 o'clock. Underfoot Underdogs. Caustic Exhale. All right, now we're getting to the white. Let me start moving this a little bit here. Here, and so I have a spot for the white. Lightfoot Technique. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature and gains flying indestructible until end of turn. Okay, that's pretty much like the white version of that. Coordinated Maneuver. Equal the number of creatures you control to target creature or planeswalker. Ooh. So it's kind of like Evasive Maneuver, but it's coordinated. So I get to deal damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature or planeswalker and destroy target artifact. Ooh, that's actually really good for me. Way Speaker Bodyguard. Salt Road Pack Beast. Mardu Devotee, and this creature enters scry 2 for pay 1 to add. Okay, so it's just so the devotees are essentially just color correction creatures, right? And this one's a 1/2. No death touch, no other keywords, but it does have surveil 2. So, well, scry 2. My apologies. I get confused with the two of them. And then put them in the bottom and the rest in the top in any order. Furious Forebear. Rebellious Strike. Target creature gets +3/+0 until end of turn, and I get to draw a card. Dragonback Lancer, Duty Beyond Death, and I got this one foiled. Tempest Hawk, we were just talking about this at the shop. Whenever this creature, so it's a Tempest Hawk. It's a 3 cost because it's 2 and 1 white. Flying. Flying. When this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may search your library for a card named Tempest Hawk, reveal it, and put it to your hand. Then shuffle. Duck can have any number of cards named Tempest Hawk. So can we just put cards that just essentially? Now, here's the thing. When it says deals combat damage, what if it's doing double strike? Does that count, or is it like a once per turn thing? Because, the example of that is Heir Apparent. I actually played against someone in the arena who went nothing but Heir Apparents, and this fucker wouldn't stop playing it. He would just keep doing it over and over and over and over and over again. It was like filled with rabbits. Filled with rabbits. So that's kind of cute. Oh my God, I'm like looking through my cards like my sister. My sister, when I was showing her my sister Magic, she was like this. Oh my God, I was so fucking livid. Like, that's so gross. Menace, Gurmag, Rakashka. Menace, when this creature enters target creature and opponent Jules gets -2, -2 until end the turn. Target creature you +2/+2. So you give counters and negative counters. 100 Battle Veteran, Cruel Truce, Dragon's Prey. I don't know how I feel about this. It's a removal card, but it costs more if you're dealing towards dragons. I mean, granted, it is black, so maybe that's something I'm a little confused on, but it's like for a set all about dragons, that kind of sucks that the card costs more to target dragons. Maybe I'm missing something here in the chat if someone could like clarify that for me, but yeah, I'm not joking. Like this is the card I'm talking about. Another Cruel Truce. Oh, I have like this is a special card right here. I can tell you right now, I have 3 copies of this card, and you can see I have a special art version of it, and it is Destructive Stormbrood. Again, sorcery, 1 black, destroy target creature with power 3 or less. Flying, when this creature enters, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. So that's not the worst, but it is a 5 cost. But I do like the alternative art style. This is pretty dope. I really like the art for the set a lot. It's kind of cool. So I'll just put that there. We have Desert Earth Carver. Crot Nesgard. It's a defender 4/4. You have to pay 3, which is 2 in green. This creature can attack this turn as though it doesn't have defender on it. I mean, it's a 4/4, and I guess you were willing to pay the cost, but like if a creature's gonna block, it doesn't have trample or anything, so I don't think it's worth it, in my opinion. But maybe I'm missing something here. Riverwalk Technique. Ice Ridge Serpent. When this creature enters, return target creature and opponent controls to its owner's hand. So it's a bounce on a creature for a 5 cost for a 3. I don't know. For 5 cost, for a bounce is not really that good, in my opinion. If this was like an Omen, maybe. But like for a 3/3, I don't know. I think that's a little weak, in my opinion. Technically this is... Oh, shit. I forgot. I'm not even splitting my rares. Here we go. We got Marang River Regent. Instant Omen, draw 3 cards and discard a card for 4 cost. And then his summon cost is 4 and 2 blue. When this creature enters, return up to 2 target non-land permanents to their owner's hands. So this is actually, I think it's a little bit better if 1 cost. For one thing, though, it's stronger and it has an instant Omen. So literally, this is a good example of like power creeping because of rarity. Like quite literally. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about. Like literally, like 1 extra cost, way better card, and it doubles as an instant, and that's wild. That's wild. We got that. Oh my God! Actually, I had someone pull this because we weren't able to play the creatures. He actually pulled this in card on me, and it was good. Like I swung at him, I did no damage to him, but he was able to draw cards. Yeah, Bewildering Blizzard. That's pretty tight. Tranquil Quove. Love reprints of lands. It gives me excuse to use different copies of lands. Windscarred Crag, Swiftwater Cliffs, Tranquil Quove, and we get my tokens. So, not bad. I'm going to have to sort this out and sort all, but yeah, we also got our tokens, which I'll put that in my token box, which if you're wondering, I bought the Duskmoor Nightmare bundle, and I was going to do a whole video of it, but by that point, I was like, I don't want to do it anymore. That's part for the course for me, unfortunately. And the bundle's dope. I think it's fun. I think you are primarily banking on the value of the collector boosters, because that's why I bought it, because it's like, oh, I'm not going to spend $30 on a collector booster, but I'll buy a Nightmare bundle. It comes with all this extra shit on it. Let me sort through all my commons and put the rares on top. That's rare. I know on black I pulled a mythic. Oh no, I pulled a mythic on blue too. So yeah, hopefully if you get while I'm doing that, let me know how did you guys' pre-release go. What was your favorite pre-release? Personally, I had fun with this pre-release, but I love the Foundations pre-release. I don't know. Foundations has a special place in my heart. If I like it when like a trading card game re-releases older cards that people are probably really nostalgic or they miss playing in a standard format, and now it's like extremely accessible and it's also just kind of cool, you know, because I like old Magic. In fact, spoiler alert, I'll show you guys something cool that I found in the land box while I was getting my land. So while I'm at it, let me just show you guys. Yeah, so this was the only mythic I pulled from black, and this was my promo. Let me just double check. I don't think I have any red rares. No, I didn't. Again, like I don't know if Wizards like intentionally went to like the goddamn I don't know, their packaging said like, hey, we know this is going to be part of this pre-release. All the cards are going to be specifically black, blue, and green. Correct me if I'm wrong. It looked like normal play boosters to me, but maybe that's intentional. I don't know. Let's see, which of these are the rares? No, didn't pull any rares there. I already checked white. Yeah, nothing special on white. Put the artifact there. For my multicolors, this was my rare. This is my rare. And this is my rare. And this is my rare. So if you guys are wondering, I'm going to show you what I pulled that I consider rare. So anything rare and mythic is what I consider like rare, obviously. I'm not one of these YouTubers that got like that kind of didn't join the pre-release, but went there on Saturday to buy singles and grabbed one of the Dragon boosters. Like a booster box or just a booster pack? Because if you're wondering, yeah, that wasn't me who pulled the fucking Eugen. That was my friend. If you saw in the Discord, he buys boxes all the time. I don't know, man. I can never justify buying a booster box. Like for the content, fuck it, yeah, go for it, dude. But at that point, you might as well go all in, collect just a pack. I get it. That's what I did with Innistrad. I went to go buy the Aether Drift bundle. Saw the Innistrad remaster. Like, well, they don't sell bundles, so I'll just buy like 2 packs of it. Did I pull an Edgar? Fuck no, I didn't. But then I realized, like, oh wait, where am I gonna put this thing in? So what I did is that I found my friend's old Innistrad box, and I shoved it there. So the remastered is mixed with the normal cards. I'm assuming there's a separate set icon to let me know if I'm using the original or the pre-release. Because goddamn, I'd be livid if that was the case. So yeah, if you're wondering, this is the rares I pulled. So here, I'll just do it this way. So just to see, we got that. Pull back here. We got that. This was a really good card. Since I was there, I figured grab a pack. Got hella lucky and pulled a $15 card. It was foil. If it was foil for 37, nice. That's really good, man. Nice job. Good shit. Curse Raksha. Like this was a good card, really good card. I didn't use the delve mechanic because I accidentally used it on my opponent, who put Snakeskin Veil, and I targeted that by mistake. Thankfully, I believe that like I have a certain etiquette when it comes to playing like Magic. I'm very much like we're all here to have fun. No money's involved. We're not playing for the big leagues here. I think like a fairly understandable oopsie moment is totally fine for both Commander and stuff like that. I had an incident that happened where I forgot to swing on someone, and I was like, the person drew their card, and I was like, hey, can I swing at you real quick? You didn't even look at your card yet. And she was like, no, I already drew the card. You didn't swing. You already gave up the turn. But let me put this like this. Put it lightly. If you play like that in a friendly pod, no one's gonna back you. No one. Listen, I'm not one to be targeting people, and I get it. That's on me as a player. But it's like, and you know, when I tell my bro, we're just having like a fun game. Like, who gives a shit, you know? I mean, and don't be wrong, you're more than welcome to call me out. If I fuck up, that's fine. That's on me. But I think that it all boils down to like the situation. Like, if we're just having a fun game, who really gives a shit? But you know, because I would do that for you. If you told me like, hey, I didn't swing, can I swing at you now? I wouldn't be like, no, because technically you gave turn. If it was for money and we're in the pro leagues, suck my dick, you ain't getting shit. I'm sorry. Look, I harsh as this sounds, if you're telling me I'm going to fly to another goddamn place to go play a game and there's money involved and you're going to tell me that you want to do an oopsie moment, tough shit, dude. You got to take your turn. You got to play. You got to take your time. And I get it. It's frustrating because like pre-release, we never have fucking time. And I think my last game, the guy wanted to like fix his mana up real quick, and we were already like 10 minutes into the round. And I told him like, yeah, man, dude, take your time. I'd rather shuffle my cards. Da 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 da. And then like by the time we were done with the first game, I think by the second game because we were tied. You know, we only had like 10 minutes, so we were just like that. That's the most fun I have with Magic is just 10-minute Magic. like that. But anyways, I'm getting off topic here. So yeah, Rock Curse for Kasha. This was my promo for the pre-release. I haven't used it for like a 2 cost with Flurry. Not bad. Never really good used it. And then we got our oh yeah, and we also have Meringue River Regent. And we have Narset Jeskai Waymaster. At the beginning of your end step, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw cards equal to the number of spells you casted this turn. I don't know, man. Like, I guess for red, white, blue, red, and white, I don't know if that's like the best thing in the world. It's just a Professor Oak essentially at the end step, but maybe I'm missing something here. Clear me up, and maybe I'm missing something. Again, I like that. I like to underestimate a card, and people tell me, like, oh no, this card's fucking dope, dude. Wait until you look this up on EDA Track. You're gonna fucking love it. And I'm like, oh, alright, let's fucking do it. But yeah, I don't know about that. Songcrafter Mage. Wearing a hazmat mask or something like that. Oh yeah, all games I've played are usually chill. I want to see your deck perform. I'm pretty sure I've said no like once because it was a huge play, killing a bunch of stuff or something. I get you. For me, my rule of thumb is if it's like if the window isn't drastic. I mean, I've also done things where it's like I'll tap like a land when I meant to tap an artifact that does the same thing. I'll just tell my player, it's like, hey, before you guys assume I'm cheating, I'm making a mana adjustment. I'm untapping a land so I can untap an artifact instead. Does the same goddamn thing. I'm only untapping for the artifact at that point. But yeah, I get it. It depends on the player. But my thing is that when you do shit like that, the likely chances I'm going to invite you to play a game later is very small. Again, we're all here to have fun. A deck should people when I go to Commander, I go there to have fun. I don't go to grift. I don't go to make people have a bad time. You know, I get it. People are different. Thankfully, I haven't had like a really shitty experience with a Magic player. That one was kind of a little bit of a whatever. You know, thankfully I forgot about her all completely afterwards. But it's fine. She got her ass beat later, and eventually it boiled down to my other two friends playing because you might know him. He's on my Discord named Zord. He played that angel. I barely try to win. Bro, that was me when I was playing Precon Peter. That was me. When I'm the Kaisar deck, the guy right next to me was playing a Dogmeat deck. He got creamed on. Creamed on. And I told him, like, and he's looking at me like, man, this fucking sucks. Like, does this happen? Like, all the fucking time. For months on end. I was getting my ass beat left, right, and center from dudes who were playing cards from the 90s and shit. I didn't even know what those cards are. I'm like, bro, I'm lucky if I can last, if I'm the first one to not get eliminated. I'm cooked. But that's what I like about Magic. You start with a $60 deck, and then you spend another $60 to make 120. You make your deck better. But anyways, we got a lot of cards to go through. So yeah, Songcrafter Mage, Windcrag Siege. Again, this is why, like, as a Kaisar player, red, white, and black, that's like my go-to shit. And like a lot of the Mardu stuff works really well with my Kaisar deck. Fangkeeper's Familiar, and my promo. It was pretty. It was kind of cool. The guy like gave it to me like right in the middle of it. Now, count it up here, chat. That's on 5 booster packs I won because I was top 8. Let's see what we get. Honestly, the only card I'm praying to pull, aside from the Planeswalkers, is honestly a Mox, because like I said, Power 9 Monkey Brain kicking in and be like, I want the Mox. So let's open this buddy up and see what we get. Okay, so yeah, so right now we're opening up my spoils. We're looking at the packs that I pulled from the pre-release. So let's go ahead. So we got a monk token. Where do we put my tokens? I'll just put it right here in this pile right here. So we got a monk token and a copy token. Cool. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put it right on top of my token box. I'm just gonna stack it right here. All right, let's see what we get. Okay, so are the rares in the back? Okay, so this, I think what people told me is that depending on the location where cards are printed, the rares are either in the front or in the back. So I think all my rares are in the back now, because I'm looking at the first card and it's a common, or somehow I got in resealed. Let me know. I got a Crick Drawn Precon, Sell Elite, $1. Great, and you could win on turn 5 with infinite combos though. I had fun with that deck. Tight shit, man. Is that from the Outlaws of Thunder Junction? That was a set that I was gonna start playing Magic, like at least follow Magic in the standard format. But by the time that set came out, it was like super expensive for some reason. I couldn't fucking get it for like anywhere near MSRP. So I skipped that shit, and I think Modern Horizons was before or after, and it was the same thing. Yep. Okay. Cool. I never really looked at. I like Outlaws of Thunder Junction. I know a lot of people in the Magic community fucking hate the cowboy shit. I love it. Shoot me. I don't give a fuck. But I liked Outlaws of Thunder Junction. In fact, that's some of the cards I'm running from my current standard red blue aggro deck are from Outlaws. So yeah, let's get into it. So we got is 100% a pickup in my opinion. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for it. I haven't like really bought any more decks because honestly, I don't have the deck boxes anymore. I'm following a YouTuber called Mono Black who uploads like MTG deals, and I always keep up whenever he posts stuff. And I want to just buy like a shitload of cheap deck boxes just to like have different decks because I see dudes who come in with like fucking carts of just nothing but cards up to like yay haul, and I'm just like, you know what? I'd rather upgrade my Kaisar deck because that's the deck I like to play with the most. What I am interested in is I do want to make a equipment deck with the Final Fantasy Cloud as my commander plus Dogmeat. I think that'll be such fun synergy right there. I watch Free Mono Black videos. Nice, nice. I really like his content a lot. So, anyways, let's get through these cards. So we got Seized Opportunity, Sand Skitter Outrider, Undergrowth Leopard. Yeesh, that fucker looks spooky. It was like you got like nothing but like yellow eyes and shit. This dude would look like got rabies. There are those who develop a peculiar taste after generations of tidying upon the remains of their inner clan rivalry. Oh, tight, tight. That's cool, man. I love Magic. Listen, you know what? As much as people like describe like Magic lore and stuff, one of my favorite things about Magic is actually the flavor text. I really dig it a lot. I love it. In fact, I've always said this before. My favorite story of Magic flavor text was Day of Judgment from Foundations, and I still remember it to this day. Clerics on both sides of the war prayed for divine intervention. The gods did not play favorite. Destroy all creatures. Bro, I showed that to a coworker, and he thought that shit sounded so goddamn metal, and I was like, "Yep, I love that shit." And then you get like from the early '90s, where some dude in Wizards was like, "Hey, I'm gonna show my English literature, and I'm gonna start quoting Edgar Allan Poe." Dayla, the one who I'm adding to the equipment from Fine. I'll take a look at that later. Think if you want to post it on the Discord, so I'll take it. I'll tell you what, Cap. What I'm eventually gonna do is that obviously my channel is gonna be focused on TCGs in the future. My next video is not TCG related. We'll talk about that another time. But we'll make TCG categories because obviously I want to make a hub for it. But yeah, I'll look into that. I just my desk is full right now, so I don't have time to like pull out the mouse. But anyways, let's get to the spoils. Dragon, Riling, Dawnbreaker. Okay. All right. So we got an artifact. Jade Cast Sentinel Reach. It's a 1/5, 2 and tap. Put target creature card from graveyard to the bottom of its owner's library. Okay. So I can take it out from my opponent's graveyard and put it there. Interesting. Put that there. My artifacts. Windblade Disciple. Corrin Mountain Stalwart. Abzan Monument. Unrooted Ancestor. Oh, that's baller. Oh, we pulled a mythic. We pulled a mythic. Hold on. Hold on, chat. We pulled Nervy Heart of the Storm. Isn't this one of the precon dragons? Am I crazy? If a creature you control that enters turn will deal damage, it deals twice so much. If a creature you control that entered this turn will deal damage, it deals that much damage. So you want to haste with this card, right? Is this from one of the precons? Is this one of the precon commanders? Because we pulled a mythic, so that's pretty tight. We pulled a mythic. We pulled a mythic. Alrighty, sweet. And we got Nestguard and Bloodfell Caves. Okay, so I'm not crazy. Oh no, it's about the same thing. Actually, hold on, chat. I just remember something. We were talking about like I told everybody in the pod and everyone in the preview like who pulled the Mox, and one guy pulled the Mox, but it was misprinted. It had like the font was all fucked up and shit. It's like if someone went on Photoshop, put the stroke filter up, and it was just like maxed out. Like it was like a big thick black outline on there. And people were like asking like, is it worth more? Is it worth less? Who gives a shit? It's cool. It's a misprint. And for the foil, we got our Nestguard. Okay, so we already pulled the mythic. Yeah, that's a precon, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay, I figured. Because I think I've seen this card, but it was like, it's reprint. So it's not the Mardu one, because it's a red, white, black, and colorless. So, yeah, I think, is it the face commander, or is it just an additional commander you could run on it? swear to God, these. Actually, you know what? Let me look something here real quick. Okay, so this one is packed in the U.S., so I think it depends on the location where the packs are pulled, that where they put the rares. This print actually worth a lot, or can be. That's what I'm saying. Like I told the kid, like bro, like hold on to it. It might be worth a lot of money, even if you don't think it is. Like it might be worth it. Hold on, why am I throwing this shit here? I should throw away my bundle. Make sure I don't have the dice. The dice is right next to it. So throw that in the garbage. You know what? I want to keep this. Just keep the. I didn't pull the forced eyes, unfortunately. At least we don't know. We might pull that later. I don't think I should. No, I did pull it. What I'm talking about. But I did get the art card, so hopefully I could run this in a casual game and people won't be mine. And I'll just use that as the art. I'm gonna throw out my garbage in here if I could fit it. So I'll just. Okay, so I'll use that as my trash can. Okay, so was that pack number? Wait, was that pack number 1 or pack number 2? No, that's pack number 2. Yeah, that was pack number 2. Was it? I feel like I missed. Am I crazy? Did? Oh no, wait. I didn't go through this pack. That's why I sort of I was like, where the hell did I pull the other pack? Yeah, because I put the token. No, the token's right here. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, the precon has some cool stuff with Myriad. Yeah, I believe probably good. Add the Kaisar. Zergo as a face commander. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I was having a whole goddamn conversation with someone about like Myriad, where it's like, if you give creature Myriad and then the token gets Myriad, does it keep repeating essentially? And I was like, that's like Immobilize, but just more shit. All right, so we got more Piercing Exhale, Snowmelt Stag, Stormplane Determined, Seized Opportunity, Sandskitter Outrider, Undergrowth Leopard. Wait, hold on. I'm accidentally putting cards in the. No, not never mind. The foil was fucking me up. But yeah, honestly, I never thought I would go for a green, black, blue. But after playing this pre-release, I might actually go with that. That shit sounds tight. Stormshriek Feral, another Asben Monument, Kumar Initiate, Wingblade Discipline, Synchronized Charge. Ooh, I think isn't this one of the good lands? It's a Kishla Village. This land enters tapped unless you control an island or swamp. You tap it to add green for 3 in green. You tap it to surveil 2. Okay, it's not that good, but it's kind of cool. We got that, and we also got a Corey Mountain Monastery. Okay, so we got to foil that. Oh, we got 2 foil lands. Tight. So we got a Blossoming Sands and a Corey Mountain Monastery. Tap to add red. $5. Yo, that dragon is not in the precon. $5. Wait, you're talking about the mythic I pulled? You talking about this one? Really? I figured it's not like the craziest card in the world. It's probably good for like a haste deck or something. Really? Is it really just worth $5? I don't know. Yeah, so village and yep. Okay, cool. Quarry Mountain Monastery and a Blossoming Sands. That's cool. Love those cards. All right, so I did open this already, so don't worry, I didn't get the shit resealed. Got a Goblin token and Warrior token. That's you. That'll help me for my Kaiser deck because I need all my tokens. I think I'm just gonna throw them on the floor and just pick them up later. Okay, we got another Sandskitter, Undergrowth Leopard, Island Dragon, Stormplane Determined. Man, I'm seeing a lot of repeats. Not gonna lie. Rescue Leopard, Descient Earth Carver. I already had that card. Summon Intimidator. Bone Crane Butcher. Immobilize 2. Attacking tokens you control have Death Touch. Ooh. I already get my tokens double strike, and now I'll get these motherfuckers Death Touch? Shit, that's gonna be good for me. Let's see. Static Snare. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each attacking creature. Huh, when it has flash. I keep forgetting that when I ignore flash. I'm like, well, it doesn't work and there's an instant speed. Like, it has flash. When this enchantment enters, exile target artifact or creature and opponent controls until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. Cool. Neat. Urin's rebuffed. Return target creature to owner's hand. So it's another bounce, but it is not an instant, and it's a 2-cost, blue and colors, but it does have Harmonize 5, which I'm not going to read all that because I ain't got the time for that. Corroding Dragonstorm. When this enchantment enters, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life, surveil 2. When a dragon you control enters, return this enchantment to an owner's hand. So it's a bounce enchantment, essentially. Cool. Why is it there? Dragonstorm. Ooh, we got a rare. Warden of the Grove. At the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Whenever another non-token creature you control enters, it endures X, where X is the number of counters on this creature. Okay, got it. Oh, and a foil snakeskin veil. Nice. And we got a Swiftwater Cliffs for the land. Nice. That was the guy who he almost beat me with that goddamn snakeskin. Like, again, it all boils down to like the player. I'm all for like asking the person like in a casual environment, but we'll get to that. So we got 2 more winnings packs to go through. We gotta go through the bundle box. You got like 15 more minutes. Okie dokie. If I see a card I already pulled, I'm just gonna think that Butcher pulled in the art is a skull who killed it. Wait, what? Interesting thing that Butcher pulled in the art is a skull of who it killed. I forgot what card is it though. You're talking about this one? This card right here, the Butcher. Empower in hungry and cruelty insatiable. I don't know about that one. But you like me, like what is it? Like a pre-existing creature, or is it a planeswalker? What did someone get off screen or something? Or am I missing something? Let me know. Ah, shit! I already saw the first card. Yeah, the skull, the horns is someone. Oh shit! That's interesting. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I haven't pulled any cards that make monks though. Are monk tokens really that common? Another goddamn Outrider. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of the same cards, so I'm just going through it. Yeah, literally, I'm seeing the same goddamn card right now. Like, oh my god, I'm literally seeing the same. It's almost like they're commons. Okay, here we go. Reigning Victor. Wait, hold on. I know I had this card, didn't I? Or am I thinking someone else had that card before me? Fuck it. Yeah. Mobilize 1. When this creature enters, tap target creature gets +1/+1 and gets indestructible till end of turn. Okay. Heritage Reclamation. Equilibrium Adept. When this creature enters, exile the top card of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play that card. When you cast your second spell each turn, this creature gains double strike at the end of turn. Okay. Ooh, Kishla Skimmer. When this card leaves your graveyard during your turn, draw a card. This ability triggers only once per turn. So it's a 2/2 for a 2-cost. Okay, not so bad. Veteran Ice Climber. Okay. Is he gonna wobble? Dragon, Armament Dragon. Hey, we pulled a mythic. Let's go. We got Betor, Kin of All. Our other mythic, baby. It's another dragon mythic. Let's go. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature you control has a total toughness of 10 or greater, draw a card. Then, if creatures you control had a total toughness of 20 or greater, untap each creature you control. Then, if creatures you control had a total toughness of 40 or greater, each opponent loses half their life rounded up. What the fuck? And it's a 5-cost? What the shit? Well, granted, it's awkward because it's a green, black, white, and 2. What the fuck? Bro, like, that is pumping to the pump degree. What the fuck? That is crazy. And we got a foiled coordinated maneuver and a Swiftwater Cliffs. What the fuck? That's some goofy shit right there. What the hell? That is some goofy shit. What the fuck? Not many monks, but they added white monk and with prowess and assuming the tokens because of a white copy of it. Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. So we got the spirit, 2 spirit tokens. Kind of cool. Yeah, that dragon is in the defense deck. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, right? Like, because it says toughness, not power, right? That's the terminology. Toughness is like the how much damage it could take. So you want to definitely focus on making your creatures just walls, essentially. All right, Caustic Exhale, Nest Guard, Molten Exhale. You may cast this card, though it has flash. If you behold the dragon, has an additional cost. It deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Okay. So if I behold the dragon, I'm good. Russian Sunshield. Whenever this creature enters, exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. White and tap to tap target creature. Okay. Temur Devotee. Watcher of the Wayside. Reigning Vigor. Shout of the Lost. Death Touch. Whenever you attack, target creature gets +X until the end of turn, where X is the number of attacking creatures. Okay. River Reel Sweep. Tap target creature. Put 3 stun counters on it. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. Choose one of them. Until the end of turn, you may play that card. Damn. I was just thinking about that Spider-Man set that's coming out. Can we legitimately make a stun counter deck? I'm legitimately curious. Like, that shit would be so tedious. I'd love it. Traveling Botanist. Ooh, our red rare equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 as trample and haste. Flurry. Whenever you cast your second spell, each turn create a 1/1 white monk creature token with prowess. Okay. And a rare white. United Battlefront. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may put 2 non-creature, non-land perm and the 3 or less among them into the battlefield. Wait a minute. Non-creature, non-land permanents with mana value 3 or less among. Put the rest of the bottom of your library. So enchantments, right? Because non-creature, non-land permanents. Well, I guess artifacts, enchantments. Am I missing something else? Like, it says non-creature, non-land permanent. And a foil, exhale, and a rugged highlands, and that's my land. Okay, that's the spoils we got. So that's what we got for spoils. For the what I won from the pre-release overall. Not bad. Didn't pull the mocks, but we still have this to go through. We still got the bundle box, guys. You know, I guess. Oh yeah, it'll be possible with Spider-Man to basically shut everyone down. That's what I'm saying. I want to make a stun counter deck. I want to make a deck where you just can't play your creatures. You just you tap and tap and they stay tapped and they do nothing else but that. Tap for land mana, bullshit. Can't do that. Tap for ability, we're not doing that either. Sorry. Which I'm still a little bit curious about the. Oh yeah, that's a whole other can of worms about the Universes Beyond price increase, and I feel like it's kind of relatable to the recent Switch 2 announcement, which I'm not even gonna bother to get it in June. Fuck that gay shit. I cannot buy it in June. Plus, I'm not gonna be in the States at that time, and I'm gonna be busy with the Final Fantasy set. Now you got me cooked. You got me fucking cooked. So right now we're gonna go ahead and open up the Tarkir bundle box. You know, like you said. Quick question, Captain, for anybody in the chat. Do you guys like keeping your bundle boxes? I like bundle boxes, but unfortunately they're becoming a situation where it's like this is just realistically feasible to kind of have. Because frankly, you're gonna just not have the space for it. Let me see what we got. I decided to target all players who run Marvel Command. They made them a little too much. Are you talking about the secret layer stuff? Into the Eye of the Dragonstorm. You know, this art's really cool. I just wish it didn't come with like all the like legal shit underneath it. Target all players who run Marvel Commanders. They made a little too much. I don't know. I'm indifferent to the whole like secret layer thing. I think only one person, but I think they were just joking about it. They're like, oh, you're playing a Universes Beyond deck, really? I don't want to use no keyword. Donate to your shop. Someone could use the box. Oh, you're right. That could be a good point. I don't know, man, because I also have like boxes that like a friend of mine gave me, so I don't want to get rid of them either. But they're like filled to the brim, like they're just like that. Probably I can like lighten the load a little bit by like taking out all the lands. But I like bundle boxes. I think it's such an easy way to me to be like, oh, I need a card from this set. Just saw the Marvel Commander currently. What do you mean? Like, well, I don't think there's like a Marvel Commander precons. I know that the Spider-Man one is just standard, as far as I'm aware of. I think every card is just standard, right? I don't think they make Commander cards for Spider-Man, for the Spider-Man coins. I mean, I like Spider-Man. You already, I love Spider-Man. That's like my favorite Marvel character, easily in a heartbeat. But let's see here. This box feels a lot lighter. I don't know why. It doesn't weigh as much as you think it would. All right, we got my dice. Looks like rock candy. Looks like rock candy. I didn't even bother fucking with the Deadpool shit. By the way, chat. I for the first time, I swear to God, in the first time in my life, I legitimately tried to buy something through a secret lair. Of course, I wanted to buy the SpongeBob shit. That's funny as hell. Come on, that counterspell, man, would have made my night, bro. I was waiting in that goddamn. Oh, those I forgot. You're right. Wolverine, Storm, Cap, Iron Man are too strong. You're right. I completely forgot about it. How much should those go for on TCG Player? Because there's a reason I'm going with this, right? I legitimately, I'm not even capping here. I legitimately went out of my way to buy the SpongeBob secret list because that'll be funny. Like, oh, haha, SpongeBob. I was telling my coworkers, like, yeah, this is a set that has like Fallout and Doctor Who, and also SpongeBob is now getting a thing. And I know a lot of people are pissy about it, but god damn it, that counterspell makes me giggle. And honestly, I feel like the money's worth at that point, right? Bro, when I tell you I was waiting in that fucking queue for like 3 hours with no progress, and then oh, it sold out. I gave up. I was like, man, I don't even bother with the secret lair shit because this always happens. I was this close to buy the Hatsune Miku, and I just said, fuck it. I just want the Gaia reprint. Why the fuck would I want to waste my time trying to buy a secret lair through this fuck ass god system? Nah, fuck that, dog. Like I'll buy the singles. I'll buy the singles. I'll swallow my pride. If I gotta pay like $5 more extra for a meme card, I'll buy it. Who gives a shit? So yeah, so here are the booster packs. We got. Yeah, we're gonna try to get through this a little bit quicker. Yeah, the only one I can think of the top of my head was Iron Man. Strange that they didn't give Wolverine regen. I felt like that would have been a given. So we have our play boosters right here. But let's go ahead and open up the promo and the lands. So I feel so bad for my record player. It's like filled with all this shit on top, and it's like, God, this is not what this was for. This was not what it was for. Oh my God, this poor bastard. All right, let me put this over here. Not sure of the cost, but I wish I won to play against one because I love Marvel, but the commanders are too much. Like they're like power level wise, like scaling wise, like where do they fall in the bracket? I mean, I don't know. What would like a Captain America, Wolverine, or Storm deck run? I know the fucking I was interested in the Iron Man one. I thought the Iron Man one was kind of cute. Um but to me, I was like, okay, give me Spider Man. I give a shit about Spider Man. I always said this before, like Marvel and DC is like this with me. For Marvel, I give a shit about Spider Man. Any other Marvel character that I read about is usually because they're relating to Spider-Man. A good example was like with Marvel Rivals, I knew about Cloak and Dagger because I played Maximum Carnage and then I read it eventually, and I knew about like Cloak and Dagger through that because I played the video game too goddamn much on the Super Nintendo. Does have regen or something, but basically never pay tax and double damage. Like chill. Oh, okay. Where's Berserker Rage? But yeah, like for me, Spider-Man is my Marvel. He's all I give a shit about. Don't ask me about my Iron Man, your Captain America, Civil War, blah 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 blah. I do not give a fuck. I really don't. I really don't give a shit for the majority of it. Spider-Man is my goat. My goat. Batman is for my DC. I give a shit about Batman. Batman's my goat. Any other character relating to DC, I only give a shit about it. They're related to Batman. That's it. Sorry. Okay, so I guess these are the promos. Let's open this up. Box down here. We got Tremor. I want X-Men. I'm loose. I'm loose if they drop a set. Shit, that might you might be cooked at that point, my boy. I was watching there was a clip on the X-Men show where like Gambit was like talking about like you can't reheat Cajun food. And I was like, yeah, I don't blame him. Oh, we got the full art lands. Let's go. So we got the foil planes. Oh, hell yeah. We got the shadow dragons. Oh, man. And we got the basic bitch ass ones too. Man, you know what I really want to invest? I really want to invest to like a stand for all my lands. I want to like shuffle all my lands. So that way, whenever I build a deck and I'm like, ooh, I'm going to like pick a random land from this set and that set and this set. Oh, wait, hold on. Before I forget, I want to tell you guys a little funny surprise. So, full transparency, I'm a piece of shit. I sometimes forget that when I go to the pre-release. So in the shops that I go to play my pre-release, there's a shop that they have their lands like displayed on a single stand where you can like walk up at any moment, grab it. You don't got to ask like a store associate. They have them there. They're like in shitty condition, but you put them in the sleeve, you forget about it. Let me tell you what this one did. So what this one does, that when they're doing the pre-release, they pass a box around for all the lands, and it's all like all over the place. They're shuffled. They're not like in an order, right? So what I do is I grab a pool of them. So I grab black, blue, and green. Grab the handful of it. If it's way too much, it's way too much, right? I grab that because I don't want to spend too much time, because then I'd be a piece of shit if I'm holding the box and the person like two tables down below me hasn't gotten any lands yet. So I said I just like full on just grab like that, put it on my floor. I didn't give a shit. I knew I was like way too much in lands, but I just rather have the insurance. Let me tell you one of the fucking lands I found in that box, and I immediately was like, "Oh my god, this is so cool." I don't think it's legit, but I'm going to show you what it is. It is a white border, I'm assuming revision forest. Now, I don't think it's legit. It's not in the best condition on the back. It does have a darker border on it. I don't know much. The only exposure to I have to people opening old Magic packs is on YouTube, primarily Pay Money Wubby and a lot of other Magic unboxing channels out there. But this was the coolest shit I found. Like, this legitimately was so much fun. I think I only used it once, but I'm a sucker for 90s Magic. Even though I didn't grow up with 90s Magic, I always loved vintage Magic. The shit is Kino for me, right? I legitimately think this is a proxy. I can't fucking tell. I have to see the set symbol. Well, that's the thing though. There is no set symbol. Like that's the thing. I don't know when Magic started using set symbols, but that is a revision tab. I know that for sure because Wubby was like scammed apparently, that like he bought like a beta pack or a beta deck, and it like came with like revision lands. So it's like really bizarre. Like the rares are still in there, but someone swapped the lands out. And he didn't realize until the chat said like, why is there a tap symbol on it? Because if you guys know, like the early sets of Magic didn't have it. It would just say tap, but it had the tap symbol on it. But yeah, like I don't know how to quantify it. I don't think it's legit. I feel like it's a proxy. I'm gonna give it back to them anyways. I always do this whenever I go to this pre-release. I tend to forget to give the lands back, and I'm not a piece of shit and keep the lands. I'm gonna give it back to them. But I hold on to this because like, oh, this is kind of cool. Don't worry, I'm gonna give it back. I'm not keeping it. I'm just saying this was kind of a neat find. Card number? There is no card number. It just says land, tap to add green to your mana pool. Illustration Christopher Rush. That's it. Like I really, I this is the best I could do on a C920 with a shitty green screen filter. I think it's a proxy. I rather sleep at night knowing better that it's just a proxy. It's a land. No one gives a shit. But I like this. I always get giddy whenever I see people pull out white border cards. Because white border is when Magic started doing like out post beta, right? That's when they started like saying like, okay, we sold alpha with black borders, and then white borders are for later sets, right? But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to show that off. I thought that was really cool. I thought that was a really neat. I was like, oh yeah, 1994, it's legit. No way, no way. That's got to be cap. No way. I mean, I'm not gonna keep it. That'd be in extremely poor taste. But really, it's legit. Nah, way. No. How can I tell? Like, how can you tell? I mean, it's a little bit scuffed in the back. There's like little scratch marks and shit. But if it's legit, like shit, 10 cents. Okay, I'm assuming it's a 10-cent card. Okay, if I could spend $1, I'm gonna have a fucking field day. Let's go. I don't want to pay shipping for a 10-cent card, please. I've done it before. I'm a fucking dumbass. I'm a fucking dumbass. I have an LGS down the street who legitimately sell cards, and I still went through everything on TCG Player. It took me 2 weeks to get all my upgrades. I'm a fucking idiot. All right, shit. It's already 11 o'clock. We still got to open up packs. Let's get through this shit quickly as possible. So it's legit. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I'm not even gonna argue on that. But if it's worth 10 cents, it's worth 10 cents. You're right. I could probably buy like one of those like magic land bulks and just like pray that one of them come with a white border. Because you ain't gonna catch me paying no goddamn money for singles for a goddamn land. All right, so more land, shadow, basic. Bop, 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 bop. Got our lands right here. Yeah, most I've seen on TCG Player was $2. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Do like alpha lands worth a lot more money? I mean, no, they do. They do. What am I talking about? But they're not like worth like triple digits, right? I think most of them are like $50. I know. I saw like Moist Critical like open an alpha box and the shit was funny as hell, man. That was, oh my god, that was funny as hell. Like, oh, coffee beans for so much does it go for? $34. Damn, that's crazy. All right, I'm gonna go through this a little faster. See if I pull a mox, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. I don't even give a shit. I just want to pull a mox on stream. Warrior, Goblin token. Let's see what we got. Ringing Strike Mastery, Poise Practitioner, Firearm Form, Alesha's Legacy, dope. Sarkhan's Resolve. Ooh, aggressive negotiations. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. Exile that card. Put a +1/+1 counter up to one target creature you control. God damn, that's a good card. It's certain lands. I think it's dumb. That one is like 1K. It's certain lands. I think it's dumb that one. That one is like 1K. They'll probably. Oh, you're talking about coffee beans. Yeah, yeah. It's crazy. Like I don't feel bad okay, I got a little confession to talk about. I mentioned this in my Discord because I had a awkward experience with a 6-game form of Commander, which I'm just going to call it out. Don't invite me to do more than 4-player Commander. I can't stand it. It's too much shit on the table. I get overstimulated as is. I don't want to know what dude over there with tokens and shit is on his field and he's yelling across the table like, fuck that noise. There was a dude who was playing with me who had a shitload of proxies, right? Which is fine. I get it. Magic should be fun for everyone no matter your budget. I totally get that. But you should probably put a little effort into them because they looked awful. They looked really bad. And a lot of AI generated shit, which always makes me a little. But yeah, no, I think proxying that is totally understandable. Sig Appraiser. Zergo's Vanguard. Ooh, Whirlwind Stormbrood. It's a blue, 5 cost, 4 colorless blue. Flash flying, you may cast sorcery spells and dragon spells as though they have flash. But there also has a dynamic sorcery omen where I could put 3 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control, and then I shuffle this card back in my deck. Tight. That's tight. Mardu Monument. Formation Breaker. Clarion Conqueror. Baron Step Siege. Okay, so that's my rare. And what we got here, and a Tranquil Quell for the land. Tight. I think proxies are totally fine if it's like, hey, I think it's fair if you're like in the table and you put like a decent amount of effort. Like a friend of mine handed me some proxies, and have a little. My take on it: casual game, do whatever the fuck you want, right? That's totally fine. I get it. Magic should be fun for everybody. 2 color lands that don't enter tab or get crazy. Underground Sea, $800. Oh yeah, like Badlands. That's the one that my friend runs all the time. What was another land I could think of the top of my head that obviously goes for that much amount of money? But that card is not on the reserve list because they still print that, right? Like Badlands still gets reprints. Oh, there was actually going back to the proxy conversation. There was a guy who was running that trader land where it's like you tap it to I think draw 2 cards and discard. My hair parent deck is mostly proxy. I'm not gonna spend 150 on 35. That's a fair point. That's fair. If it's like, hey, hair apparent is like $5, like $3 to $5, I'm not gonna spend that much goddamn money for a bunch of copies of a card, right? Like that's fair. I think that's a totally fair example right there. Magic should be accessible and available for everyone. I understand in a tournament scenario, like that's why I mentioned it before. Like I'm probably gonna make a separate category in my mana box, or if I know a friend of mine gave me a proxy, I would put that under as proxies because what if one day I'm playing suddenly in a competitive environment and I'm the piece of shit because I'm playing with a proxy? I should be able to do that. And according to Wizards of the Coast, they said any sanctioned Wizard tournaments or any form of competitiveness do not allow proxies. And that's fair. That's what their rule is. That's as someone who played Yu-Gi-Oh, I understand that rule 100%. So I'm not gonna tempt fate with that. Nightblade Brigade. So it's a 3 cost, black 2, Death Touch, mobilize 1. When this creature enters Sylvia 1. Okay, it doesn't make a copy of it, so I can't surveil multiple times. Okay, fair enough. Roamer's Routine. Search your library for a basic land card, put into the battlefield tapped and shuffled. So it's Oh, what was that land I'm thinking of that was on? Is it Fable Passage? Is that the one I'm talking about where you enters the land, you tap it, and you search for a land? There's a bunch of these fucking cards. It's a sorcery, 3 cost green. Okay. Dispelling Exhale as an additional cost to cast a spell. You may behold a dragon. Counter spell. Unless its control pays 2. If a dragon was behold, it must pay 4 instead. Got it. Got it. Oh, Bear of Glory. I like this card. During your turn, this creature gets first strike. 4 and white creatures could get +1/+1 until the end of turn. Cool. Twin Bolt. I think some guy used that at the pre-release for me. Tamir. Sorry. All right. Trony back. Jade Cast Sentinel. Oh, here we go. We got Essence Anchor. At the beginning of your upkeep, Surveil 1. Tap it to create a 2/2 black zombie druid creature token. Activate only your turn and only if a card left your graveyard this turn. Oh, okay. So it does have some stipulations on. I think this is part of the pre-con. I know that Tolarian was talking about that. Venerated Storm Singer. Sonic Shrieker. Oh, my rare is a Sinkhole Surveyor. We're just talking about lands. Whenever this creature attacks, you lose 1 life, and this creature endures 1. Okay. Oh, we pulled them. We pulled another mythic, chat. We pulled Prenation. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield with hexproof counter and an indestructible counter. God damn, that's good. What the fuck? It's black, green, white, and 3. What the fuck? That's a goddamn good sorcery. What the shit? Oh, what the Sigma? What the fuck? What the hell? That is a goddamn good card. Bro, I can't wait for the skippity toilet secret rare. You know that's gonna be a fucking thing. Oh, and this I think this is the card. Yeah, this was the card I was talking about. Dovkin Pack Beast. Name? Uh Perenation? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm fucking stupid. That's the card. Perenation. Perenation. Perenation? Perenation. That's what I got. And Pack Beast. This one with Vigilance and Mobilize. And attacks me for. Oh, so it does make 3. And it's with Water Cliffs. Tight. This is rare. Why the fuck is going up there? Okay, some more packs. Let's go through the next pack. Damn, but that's a goddamn good sorcery. If you could run those 3 colors, like shit, I'm gonna be really good. Oh, push. It's like banger. Worthy cost as an additional cost to cast this creature, sacrifice a creature, exile target creature, or planeswalker. Cool. I couldn't find no worries. Um, here, let me do it on my phone if you're curious. Let me just open up my phone. Do this. It's called Perenn. Re. Yeah, that's the way it's spelled for me. If I'm looking at this correctly. Yeah, no, that's literally how it's spelled to me. Hold on. Oh shit! Oh damn it! I pushed my lands. God damn it! Whoopsies. That's why I got to invest into a desk for like a whole setup for like over the camera stuff. Thanks. No problem, bro. Gotcha, Brody. You know me. I always gonna like eventually post something on Twitter like all the shit I pulled from the Bumble and stuff. Okie dokie. That there. Oh, that's gross. Oh shit! Wait, this is a pack I just opened. Hold on, I think. Yeah. Oh, that's gross. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. That's a goddamn good effect. I don't know what how. Well, to be fair though, well, it would be problematic if it's a commander that doesn't have those colors. But if you're using it in a standard format, there's a lot of color correction in this set alone. So you can only counter a spell, counter the spell, not the effect. What do you mean not the effect? Like preventing the card to come back? Oh, meaning like the card will come back into the field no matter what? Yeah, because I did just open this pack. All right, Pummeler. Oh, I like this one a lot. I like the art on this card a lot. I really like it. It sort of gives me that like early 2000s magic. It kind of reminds me of Snapcaster Mage. Unending Whisper. Draw a card. So it's a one cost, draw a card, and harmonize. Okay, tight. Sunshield. Shock Brigade. Abzan Devotee. Another Dragonstorm Globe. Auroral Possession. Bonecane Butcher. Rally the Monastery. Oh, you know what card I'm looking for? I'm looking for a will. There's a will card, a white will card that I'm looking for. Let me see if we can pull it tonight. Rally the Monastery. Oh, we pulled a saga, an enchantment saga. Let's see here. Revival of the Ancestors. As the saga enters after your draw step, add one more counter sacrifice after 3. At 1, create 3/1/1 white spirit creature tokens. At Saga 2, distribute 3+1/+1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures you control. And 3, creatures you control gain trample and lifelink until end of turn. Okay, that's a pretty good sorcery. Put that up here. I think I pulled a pretty good foil. Oh, a Koran Mountain Monastery. Okay. And let's see what I pulled as my. Oh, never mind. It was not a good foil at all. It was a common Dragonback Lancer. But hey, at least we got a borderless or alt art card, a monastery. So that's kind of cool. Dragonback Lancer and a Bloodfell Caves. Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely look through these cards and see if I want to build. I'm gonna test out like, but thankfully my friend who Zord who buys all the precons and buys the booster boxes and shit. I'll just ask him. You know, I take it back. That card is good. Yeah, it is fucking good. That's what I'm saying. Like that's a crazy effect if you think about it. And it's like a 4 cost at best. Yeah, it's a 4 cost. Wait, no, no, never mind. It's a 6 cost. It's a 6 cost. All right, Nightblade Brigade, Snakeskin Veil, Dispelling Exhale, Bear Glory, Devoted Duelist. Ooh, haste 2/1. Lightfoot Technique, another Dragonstorm Globe, Whirlwind Stormbrood, Morndu Monument, Tuned Hunter, 100 Battled Veteran, Severance Priest, Death Touch. When this creature enters, target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. If you do, exile that card. When this creature leaves the battlefield, the exiled card's owner creates a XX white spirit creature token, where X is the mana value of that exiled card. So you're taking a card away from my opponent. You're exiling it. But if this card leaves the battlefield, they get a creature token of that card. And a foiled Warden of the Grove. Tight. Got a foil Warden of the Grove and a foil Bloodfilled Caves and an assigned art card. Nice. An assigned art card. That's kind of cute. That's kind of cute. Dig it, dig it, dig it. You know, here's a question I was posing myself. Someone was bringing up a joke about like how, you know, as you guys know about the Pokemon scalping situations, stupid by the way. Does Magic have that much of a problem? I don't think that's really like the case. I feel like that Magic. I mean, I think the nihilistic answer like, well, Wizards already screws me over, so I already know I'm not getting screwed over because I know I'm getting screwed over. But I don't think there's a situation like that where people are just like buying all the product and making it impossible for people. It's location specific, really? Okay. Because like the because I never felt like a situation where no well I don't know if that's just because before MSRP was brought back or something like that, but like Outlaws like I said Outlaws of Thunder Junction was a set that I was gonna start playing standard, but like the booster box not the booster boxes the bundle boxes were like super expensive and shit. I didn't get into like the Assassin's Creed set came out, so we got an Evolving Wilds, cool. Cruel Truce, Sangood Wildling, Bellringer, love this card. Another Tempest Hawk, Embermouth, Sentinel, Seb Sig Appraiser, Salt Road Skirmish. To destroy target creature, create 2/1/1 red warrior creature tokens. They gain haste until end of turn. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. Okay, okay. Static Snare. Reverberating Summons. At the beginning of each combat, if you cast 2 or more spells this turn, this enchantment becomes a 3/3 monk creature with haste in addition to other types until the end of turn. Pay 1 and red to discard your hand, sacrifice this enchantment, and draw 2 cards. Okay. Jeskai Brushmaster, Double Strike Prowess. Okay, so it's a 2/4 with white, red, blue, colorless, with Double Strike and Prowess. Not bad, not bad. Nope, saw before. And Lotus Dancer. Yeah, I remember we were making fun of this card. Lifelink, when this creature enters, search your library for a black card, a green card, and a blue card. Put those cards in your graveyard and shuffle. Well, I get it. Graveyard fodder. Engine. You fill this shit up. I get the point. That's sort of the point. So I could see why that might be a good thing. And a foil seize opportunity. And a Tranquil Quove. How many packs you still got left? We got about 3. Hopefully we can still pull a Mox. I did check. You can pull a Mox and a Play Booster, but I'm assuming they're extremely rare, and it's only going for like $30 right now. But fuck it. I want the goddamn Mox. Soldier token and a soldier token. So 1/1 and a red. Alrighty. Undergrowth Leopard. Sugar Island Dragon. Riling Dawnbreaker. Rescued Leopard. Delta Bloodflies. Ooh, Wayfarer. I never seen this one. When this creature enters, mill 3 cards. You may put a land among them into your hand. If you don't, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. So you could pay 2, either give it a counter or put a land back in your hand. Rebellious Strike. Furious Forebearer. Whenever a creature you control dies while this card is in your graveyard, you may pay 1 colorless. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, another artifact here. Timer Monument. When this artifact enters, search your library for a basic forest, island, or mountain card. Wait, are we talking about Pokemon Cap or are we talking about Magic? Because I understand that's like Wait, did I ever see a Pokemon? I feel like I've seen a Pokemon vending machine at one point. Um, Same stalker for both stores. I talked to them. Ah, okay. Low key though, when I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh, I'll get you show you what I'm talking about. When I used to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh in 2017, 2018, I have a funny story to tell you actually. Sorry that looks weird because I'm actually grabbing something from the back of my monitor right here. I was working at a Target. Shitty job, didn't last that long. I fucking bounced that bitch out less than a week. It was like overnight stalking, hated it. But I was getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And my both actually, but I'm getting the Magic if I can. Okay, not gonna lie, like there was a little bit of FOMO at my shop where I know where I played the pre-release, where they did have the Eevee set. What was it, like Evolving Skies, Traumatic Experience, whatever the fuck it's called. And I was getting a little bit of feeling of FOMO. I was like, buy this. Them Bloomborough tins were cracked by me. I was thinking about buying it because I love Bloomborough. Bloomborough is such a cute set and I love it. But I remember I was like thinking like, well, I'll just see if I can buy this and see if I can get my cousin's fiance into Magic because I'm trying to get my family into Magic. They can't be fucked with it. They like will only stick to Lorcana and Pokemon. That's it. We're not playing Magic. Sucks, but that's on them. Anyways, to go back to my story. So when I worked in Target, I was getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh in 2017, 2018. And my deck of choice was Ancient Gears. I love Ancient Gears. Ancient Gears were cool as shit. Love it. Pretty straightforward, right? And one person told me, Danny, there's going to be a Dino deck that's coming out pretty soon. You should get it because it comes with, and I know the card specifically. You'll probably see it in this box. It is Twin Twisters, right? If you don't know Yu-Gi-Oh, I'll try to explain it as quickly as possible. In Yu-Gi-Oh, what you do is you avoid the one summoning requirement as much as you can, because again, to quote Yu-Gi-Oh, you could special summon as much as you want. In Ancient Gears, the strategy was that you would get Ancient Gear Castle or Gear Town on the field. You would crack it, summon Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon, play Ancient Gear. I forgot the second one. It's not a land. It's not a land. It's not a field spell. It's Fortress. I think it's called Ancient Gear Fortress. You pop that. You then later could summon an Ancient Gear monster from your hand or your deck, which you could, or your graveyard. But what you could also do is just play Ancient Gear Wyvern. Wyvern will add any Ancient Gear card to your hand from your deck. It could be a monster spell, doesn't give a shit. It goes back to your hand. From then on, you could play Ancient Gear Wyvern, pop Gear Town, bring out Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon, pop the fortress, and then you could bring out more Ancient Gear monsters. Not the strongest in the grand scheme of things in modern day Yu-Gi-Oh! Powercraft, but I went to a Target. I was working at a Target. We had a little break time, and in that break time, one guy would hold the registers down and say, "Hey, anybody wants to buy shit before the store opens? Feel free to do it." This came out, bought it, left the store, never went back. I eventually sold the deck because back in Yu-Gi-Oh, what you would do is that if you're like getting into Yu-Gi-Oh, these decks would cost like around $10 back in the day. So you had like $30 to $40. You buy three of these, you take out all the back cards, you make three card decks together, and then from there you're good to go. And I like that. I wish that Magic had something like that for standard sets because I feel like that Magic. Oh shit. Magic has this weird terminology when it says like, "What should we do for a standard set?" Where it's like, either do we make it dumb stupid for people that never play Magic to understand, and then you put a card that has like 5 different goddamn keywords at the same time. I'm looking at you, Bloomborough. That shit was mad confusing to explain to someone. Like, what do you mean this creature has 3 fucking keywords? What the fuck is a keyword? Besides the point. I wish that they would do something like that. And I think they did. I think they made Pioneer decks, Challenger decks, and stuff like that. I want like standard decks to come out. But ironically, the old standard decks are no longer legal, so maybe that's why they never bothered to do it. It's like, why release a product that will no longer be legal for the format that the box is on? But anyways, I'm getting off to that Yu-Gi-Oh tangent. So Monument. Oh, this is a new dragon. There we go. RuneScale Stormbrood. Man, I'm in the mood to play RuneScape. It's a red 3. What the fuck? It's a counter spell, counter target spell with mana value 2 or less. So it's counter spell, but it is limited. And when it's flying, when you cast a non-creature spell or a dragon spell, this creature gets +2/+0 until the end of turn. Not bad. That's actually kind of cute. Unrooted Ancestor. And okay, we got another rare here. It's Philothar, Dawn of Abzan, Trample, 3/3 with white, black, and green. Whenever it enters or attacks, you may sacrifice an online permanent. When you do, put a +1 counter each creature you control. Okay. And a foiled Bloodcane Butcher and an island. Okie dokie. I think we still got 3 more to go, so let's try to get this over with. It's almost 11:30 at night. I still got work and I'm kind of hungry, so I want to eat something real quick before I go to bed. All right. Oh, Blake, we got a Goblin token. Yeah, that was a fun time getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh. That was like the first time going like to an actual card shop, playing with people over and over again. I felt like I was in the anime. I felt like Joey Wheeler for the first time in my life. Ooh, Feral Deathgorger. Ooh, interesting. 6 cost, 5 and black. Flying Death Touch. When this creature enters, exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. For the Omen, which is Dusk Sight, put a +1/+1 counter on 1 target creature and draw a card. So you put a counter and you draw a card. That's pretty good. Piercing Exhale. Snowmelt Stag. Stormplane Deterrent. Seized Opportunity. Sandskitter. Watch Your Wayside. Heritage Reclamation. Bewildering Blizzard. I literally have all these cards. Frontline Rush. And Palace. Oh, shit. And our rare is another legendary creature. Kotis, the Fang Keeper, indestructible. When it deals combat damage to a player, exile the top X card of your library, where X is the amount of damage dealt. You may cast any number of spells with mana value X or less among them without paying its mana cost. Well, shit, that's fucking good. If you're running low cards, like, you might as well just fucking go all in on this shit. All right, that's kind of cool. And the foil is a Descendant of the Storms. I never had this card, so we never pulled that. And our land is Scorch Barrens. Enters, gain 1 life, black, white. Okie dokie, we're in our last pack. Ladies and gentlemen, our last pack of the night. I want to thank you all for being here with me. If we pull a Mox Jasper, I will shit myself. And that will be all over on the TikToks. That beginner box from Foundations, you might either get your people into, not sure it should still give, but it's like 10, 20 card, 2 color, each color, easy, throw getter. Share the mythics on Discord. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I will do that. I will post it on the Twitters and on the Discords. I will definitely do that. But yes, no, I tried. I did. I tried doing the Bloomburrow starter deck. I tried the Assassin's Creed one. They just can't get into it. My cousin said it best like this, because we were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'll give it to you like this. When I tried to get him into Magic, he said the reason why he couldn't get into it not only was it a little bit complicated, because I tried to, like, add a random notice. I was like, hey, we played Lorcana 4-player. It's the same thing with Magic, but they couldn't, like, get, like, one of the biggest confusions that, like, my cousin's fiance had was, like, cards like this, right? Like, colorless and 1 color, right? She would think you had to pay 3 white to play the card. I'm like, no, you pay 3 colorless and then white. It's like, well, how do I make colors? Well, you make it with any color. She couldn't get into it. My cousin said it best. Like, he said why he couldn't get into Magic, and I could relate to him. And I think I could bring up a good example. There's a great episode in Tulare Community College where the professor is talking to the guys at Team APS, and he said, name something that you really like about Yu-Gi-Oh! That you would like Magic to have. And he said it best, that Magic has such an crazy lore, great characters, recurring characters, all this stuff, and yet there's no digestible media franchise to consume it. You could not play a single game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And still enjoy the anime. Or the opposite effect, you could play Yu-Gi-Oh! And not watch the goddamn anime. I knew, believe it or not, I assumed kids my age went from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game at recess with anime Duelist Kingdom Rules to legitimately playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because of that. There was an attachment to it. We grew up playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because we watched Yu-Gi-Oh! The anime. Lorcana has Disney. Disney has our childhood by the balls, even if they make a lot of stupid, shitty decisions and shitty remakes and shitty, unnecessary projects. Well, that's a whole other can of worms. And Pokemon is the same thing. We could get into the Pokemon card game because we like the Pokemon video games. We like the Pokemon video games because we like the Pokemon TV show. And yet Magic from 1993 to now does not have a show, a movie series, or any of the sort. And I think that's crazy because Magic does have returning characters. And granted, I will be honest, I don't give a shit about the lore. I think the flavor text is kind of cool. The Universes Beyond shit. Because listen, when you introduce the concept of the multiverses, the Universes Beyond argument goes out the window as far as like a lore perspective, at least as far as I'm aware of. Because when you introduce the concept of multiverses, that's it. You could do whatever the fuck you want. It's not as bad as time travel, to put it lightly. They could play it. My cousin beat my ass playing Magic with the Bloomburrow starter kit, but he just couldn't get into it. And I begged. I fucking begged and begged and begged and begged and begged. But hopefully, what I'm happy for is that the Final Fantasy set is getting a lot of my old friends who previously played Magic, and I didn't know they play Magic, are excited to get back into Magic. I have a girl who was like, I bought a booster box. I bought the starter kit. I already bought some of the commander decks. So she went all in on it. I wasn't expecting her to buy a booster box. And I told her, like, girl, if you bought a booster box, hit me up. We'll do draft. I want to do that. That shit is fun as fuck. So I'm hoping that the Final Fantasy set will get a lot of people back into Magic. I have a friend of mine who I'm begging him to try getting back into Magic. And he's like, oh, I don't want to do it. It's not my thing anymore. Yada, yada, yada. He played other TCGs as he was a kid, but he doesn't want to do it anymore. So yeah, like to my family, they can't get into Magic. They don't like any of the Universes Beyond sets released. They can't get into the art. They can't get into the characters or yada, yada, yada. But yeah, I agree with you, Cap. I love the Team APS episodes. That shit was mad funny. It was super entertaining. And it's cool because you get from both sides of the perspective. I really like the podcast episode they did with that short-lived, like, Untitled Magic podcast. I used to do it when I was driving around for work at one point. It was really interesting because, Prof never played Yu-Gi-Oh, I think, up to that point. So it's really kind of a juxtaposition of like how Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh treat its communities. But anyways, last pack of the night. Let's see what we pull. So we got a Bell Ringer, Osseous Exhale. As an additional cost to spell, you may behold the dragon. It deals 5 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. So it has to be during the combat step. If a dragon be held, you gain 2 life. Neat. Molten Exhale. Worthy cost. Sangoon Pummeler. Gurmag Nightwatch. Boulderborn Dragon. Oh, look at this one. Hardened Tactician. This dude just straight up don't even got an arm. Like just no arm. No arm. Sacrifice a token, draw a card, tap one. Got it. Okay. Induracent Tiger. Okay. Right here. Ooh, Lion Weight. Love this card. Storm Beacon Blade. Oh, this shit looks tight. Hold on. Equipped creature gets +3/+0. Whenever equipped creature attacks, draw a card if you control 3 or more attacking creatures. Equip 2. Okay. Let's see. Our rare is a Frostcliff Siege. Enchantment enters. Choose Jeskai or Temur. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Creature you control get +1/+0 and have trample and haste. I think I'd rather get the card draw, to be completely honest. And we got a foil rare. Here. Flash First Strike. When it is Anafrenza, Unyielding Lineage. Flash First Strike. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, it endures 2. Okay. And our last card for the night. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot the token. I forgot to take out the damn token. All right. So the last card we got is a Dismal Backwater. So no Mox. We did not pull the Mox, ladies and gentlemen. I am very disappointed, but I still won the pre-release. So I had a pretty fun time with the set. I'll look into it. I'm definitely asking my friend when we go meet up for Magic, for Friday Night Magic. I'm gonna ask him like, hey, can I borrow that? Just what's the pre-con for black, blue, and green? That's the one I want to try because I really had fun with the starter with this, so I want to do that. Alrighty, let me just go real quick. I'm gonna sort this out. I'll post it on Twitter later tonight, and then we'll wrap it up for the night. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it, guys. Sorry I didn't immediately wanted to stream this on Saturday. I had people over. I was feeling a little bit under the weather. Felt better if I waited until I was really in the mood because I was like, man, I really want to open up Magic cards, but I want to do it on stream. Thank you, Cap, for tuning in. You're a real one. One day we'll flourish a blossoming TCG community in the Discord server. Really want to do that. Actually, you know, the funny thing was I was thinking about this the other day. Like, I know a lot of people play One Piece, and in my shop, they do play One Piece. I think some people are handing out free cards. I'm not 100% sure. I have no interest in One Piece. Full transparency. Never got into the show. Never been my thing. Never was my thing. I did watch it on 4Kids a couple times. Played the PS2 game. Loved the PS2 game. But that was about it. That was about it. Let me just go through here real quick. Take all the rares and mythics in case I accidentally put any away. That. Yeah, no Mox. Such a shame we did not pull the Mox. But you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen? You go to TCG Player or Card Kingdom and you buy the single you want. Let the wait and see if it's longevity. We gotta really see if Dragon decks really take off with this set. And then we'll go from there. Check the white again, make sure. I'm just showing this on camera just to see if I may have forgotten a card. Oh, like here's a good example. This is a rare I should have put in the top. Conqueror, flying, activate abilities and artifacts, and planeswalkers can't be activated. So basically, fuck you. You can't use your abilities card. We're playing vanilla as vanilla as we can. Tight shit. Sorry. Sorry. Long day today at work. Alrighty. Let me just double check my artifacts here. I don't think I pulled like a rare artifact whatsoever. No. A lot of commons and uncommons. Yeah. At least I pulled a foil border dragon. Alright, multicolors. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is rare. Top here. And yep, that's it. Alrighty. So if you're curious, these are all my rares and mythics. I think in grand total, I think I only pulled like 4 or 5 mythics. I'll make a separate pile for the mythics. So I generally like to put these in a binder, just to show them off. Like, look at me, guys! I pulled some rares and mythics. My dick is so big. What? I'm so lucky. Okay, so this is my rares and mythics. So if you want to see the cards, post them later tonight. Let me just separate the rares and the. Okay, that's a mythic. That's a mythic. That's a mythic. And shit, I think I only pulled 3 mythics. No, wait, hold on. No, that's cap. I know I pulled the black mythic. Yeah, here it is. Another mythic. That's 4 and 5. Yeah, that was a blue. Alrighty. So that is Tarkir. That is what I got. That is what I pulled. Let's see how the set plays out. We still got June to look forward to for the Final Fantasy set. If you're wondering, Danny, when are you going to go crazy and go into generational debt? Look forward to that. That is when I will be fucking myself over so badly because I know I'm going to go stupid because, as I said before, there were leaks of the cards shown off. And some of them are kind of cool. Not gonna lie, I dig the mechanic. The certain mechanics are kind of cool, but I won't say anything more because I don't want Wizards of the Coast to kick my ass. So I'm just gonna keep it hush hush as much as possible. But let me pick all this stuff up. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna call it here now. I'm gonna see if I can grab a little bite to eat before I call it a night. Don't want to wake up at 3 in the morning because that's always been my biggest fear. Is waking up at 3 in the goddamn morning, hungry as hell. So I'm gonna call it here, folks. This is everything. Yeah, this is why the stack is so big. Like this is all the commons and uncommons I pulled. Look at that. That's a whopper. But that's just because all the pre-release cards are also included here and what I won. Oh man, nothing feels better than getting a fucking brick of all these of new Magic cards. Alrighty, folks. I'm gonna call it here. Thank you for tuning in. You guys have a wonderful night. Take care. Until next time. See ya.